There it is.
Marty 61 plays. Said. It's time.
Howdy, Marty. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I ran a little bit late today, but we got here. How are you today on this beautiful Fallout Friday?
Marty 61 plays. Said. Good and happy Fallout Friday, Rob. Zero Core. Said. Hello Rob, smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage. 00 Core. Said. Hello everyone, smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage.
0, welcome aboard. Just getting my advertising done here.
Marty 61 plays. Said. Hi 0.
How is everyone today? Beautiful Fallout Friday.
00 Core. Said. I got my new motherboard, didn't do much cable management though. System is back up and running finally, party popper.
Didn't do much cable management, as in I wanted to play with it right away. I can't say as I blame you. I'm the same way. I get the exciting part done and then I want to use it.
Marty 61 plays. Said. I never used to do that either. LOL.
Yeah, it took me slowing down and being forced to do cable management for the Army before I ever
Invad
actually
3
did
right
it.
eyes. Said. Gosh, finally live.
Diz,
I was
welcome
sitting
aboard.
here like a junkie needing his fix. Invad 3 right eyes.
Sorry to keep you
Said.
waiting, buddy.
Face with steam from nose. 00 Core. Said. I may be coming and going cuz I just now got it fired up. I'm talking to you from it but still have to uninstall old motherboard software and install the new fresh motherboard software, etc.
Completely understandable.
Marty 61 plays. Said. But for the extra 5 or 10 minutes it takes, well, why not, right? Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Hey RP, 0 and Marty relieved face, hot beverage. 00 Core. Said. Diz, Marty smiling face with sunglasses. Marty 61 plays.
Hey, we're
Said.
all here.
Hi Diz. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Congrats on the Mobo 0, beaming face with smiling eyes.
I'm glad you got it early. You weren't expecting it till tomorrow.
spreading all over the Commonwealth. The Minutemen are back. They've even set up a radio station to coordinate their efforts.
No kidding. Well, I hope they stick around for good this time. We need them.
Definitely.
00 Core said. Yet I was super happy that it showed up early, smiling face with sunglasses, purple heart. Invad 3 right eyes said. What mobo did ya get 0? Invad 3 right eyes said. Thinking face. Zero Core said. Also on this new board I get to have all my cake and eat it too. Party popper. It allows me to have both graphics cards and the 4-drive NVMe adapter all installed at the same time. Smiling face with sunglasses.
Well, yeah, it would be silly to have picked a motherboard that gave you the same limitation as the last one. I'm glad that you got that.
Invad 3 right eyes said. Smiling face with sunglasses. 00 Core said. I bought the ASRock X570 SPG Riptide Purple Heart. Jolts said.
ASRock's got a good...
Happy Fallout Friday, Rob and everyone. Invad 3
Jules,
right eyes
welcome aboard!
said. Oh, yet I can already tell that will look sick. Searching now. Jolts said. How is Rob doing today? Invad 3 right eyes.
I'm doing pretty good.
Said.
Got a late
Hey,
start because
Jolts,
I had a
Invad 3
doctor's
right
appointment,
eyes.
but...
Said. Virtual hug. Jolts said. Hey Diz. Marty 61 plays. Said. Hi Jolts. Jolts said. Hi Marty.
All right. We are... I don't need any more
Jolts
gamma guns.
said.
We are...
All good, I hope, Rob.
Yeah. We've got a pain management specialist at the VA who's doing a procedure with me on Monday. So, had the pre-appointment check-in they had to do. I got to figure out how to use this
Invad
space.
3 right eyes said. Oh, it's not too flashy, but I was expecting a Taiki.
I got to figure out how to use this space for both toilets,
Jolts
shower,
said.
and showers.
Okay, awesome.
And then the upstairs is a barracks.
Invad 3 right eyes said. By that I mean no insult, it's actually good looking mobo that.
And of course we need a hallway running from here straight through to here. So pretty much this space around to the fireplace and
Jolts
this space
said.
over here can be used.
This is looking badass, Rob. Invad 3 right eyes.
Thank you.
Said. Taiki looks very steampunkish.
So if we delineate that needs a half wall. I can't. I almost had it. I saw it try to snap. I'd rather have it snap than not, but I'll turn off snapping. Looks like I'm going to have to turn off surface snap as well. Just to close this area off.
Zero core. Said. Yet I had to get something both affordable and that would allow me to do everything I wanted at the same time. Jules. Said. I was just watching your Red Dead, Rob. Awesome.
Oh, thanks,
Zero
Jules.
core. Said.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that
Thus
Red
the
Dead.
Riptide was chosen, smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage. Jules. Said. Hi 000 core. Said. My god, it feels good to be typing again, face with tears of joy. 0 core. Said. Jules hugging face, purple heart. Invad 3 right eyes. Said.
Alright.
Oh no 0. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. ID probably pick the exact same one. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. I like budget stuff that gives every feature. Jules. Said. 0 purple heart.
There was... It might have been in stairs. It is in stairs.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Budged is bad word. 'Cause that looks far from budged.
I want this to look like it's been kind of properly closed off. I think the angle is a little bit wrong to get it to look too proper though.
Jules. Said.
That's not...
Thank you for popping over mine the other day, Rob. Much appreciate it. 0 core.
I'm
said.
happy to be there, Jules.
Also, the new board has a better chipset instead of the X570. This one has the X570S, which doesn't need a cooling fan to keep the chipset in check. Smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage.
I'm happy to be there, Jules, and I stop into all your videos. I don't comment on all of them, especially your shoutouts, because you tend to put your shoutouts in your comments, and I kind of feel like that's what your comments are being used for. I don't want to step all over your shoutouts. But I'm stopping and enjoying what you're putting out there. I can't get this one in there, can I?
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
Nope. It will not get... That's as close as it gets without jumping through, and then it's not even touching, so... Let's see if I have something smaller.
Said. I understand, Rob, no worries. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Trust me, I know you would pick a good mobo. OFC, if you had elongated Musk money you would buy insane stuff. Jolts. Said. Thank you, Rob, means lot.
Hey, you do a lot of hard work. I'm not gonna not come and support you. And watching you go John Wick on all those monsters at the train station was actually quite relaxing.
Jolts. Said. I'm having fun using that cabin mod.
Needs to be just out of the banister. It can be stuck through the floor, but if it's in the banister, it's gonna look all wrong from the other side.
Jolts. Said. Cheers, Rob. 00 Core. Said. Diz, if I had Elon Musk's FU money I would likely have an $80,000 workstation that would put some servers to shame rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I wish I had Elon Musk's FU money too. If you can tell me where to get it, I'll be happy to use Elon Musk's FU money.
Invad 3 right eyes.
I walked out
Said.
of the workshop.
Correction, elongated tusk.
Elongated tusk. Nice.
Jolts. Said. That fireplace looks so coffee, and nice pot of coffee.
Come on now. That's where I want you.
Jolts.
All right.
Said.
One of these.
That fireplace looks so cozy, with nice pot of coffee.
I love this fireplace.
Jolts. Said. Damn keyboard LOL.
And I think that the only reason it's not upstairs is because they don't have a 2-story version of it, and it would look silly with the way that they did the stone support. What did I run into here? I ran into something there. There is something right there that stopped me from moving. This stone support does not look right when you stack them up. to make it a second story fireplace. So now we have to figure out which side of this is going to be primarily the shower and which side is going to be primarily the toilet. I think this side, being it doesn't have a giant window, should be
Jules
primarily the shower.
Said. Like how you have arranged the stairs.
And then this side would be primarily the toilet. And on this side we can have the sinks. Because the windows can be where the sinks are. We can have a couple of toilets on this side. We can have a toilet over here. And we can even have a toilet over here. Thanks, Jules. That's, the stairs from... Woody's Wasteland stuff. All the structural. Is it Woody's that has those stairs? I'm pretty sure it was Woody's. It's got all the railings and such. Let me make sure it's Woody's. Yeah, it's the Woody's stairs. And then it's got the railings that go around the top. And you can get the banisters. You have balcony supports. It's really a nice, fully fleshed out set. And they have left and right hand railings, so you can put rails on both sides.
Jules said. Woody's got some amazing stuff.
I definitely agree with that. Can't get the sinks too close together or they want to snap, so turn off snapping. Because I want these sinks right next to each other. Forgot to go into God mode. I've been spending resources like it's going out of style. This is definitely going to be a military-style latrine. All the sinks lined up. Because nobody cares if they have to wash their hands elbow to elbow with the person next to them. The only time anybody cares about being close to somebody in a latrine, it's when they're showering or using the facilities. course, I'm going to have to block those off with some walls. And it's dark out, so let's get some sleep. So,
Jolts.
y'all all need
Said,
to sleep to be able
I
to
love
see.
the look, because they look the part.
I like the old style look with the raised tank and the pull chain, because I could see them finding all the modern toilets and having to modify them to this style in order to get the water pressure to make them work. Because you're not going to get municipal water pressure out of the wilderness.
Jolts. Said, yes, I agree.
See how good I am at placement here.
Truff flat. Said, not necessarily. Water pressure, a toilet works off of a P-trap design, gravity would actually do it, so yes, these are the perfect toilets. Jolts. Said, hey true.
True.
Marty 61 plays. Said, isn't the pressure to fill the tank? And the flushing from the tank?
The as long as you have sufficient water pressure to fill
Truff
the tank,
flat.
yes.
Said, Jolt's winking face. Marty 61 plays. Said,
Wow, I was
hi
not
true.
far off my placement
Truff
there.
flat. Said, Jolts.
It's not quite straight.
Truff flat. Said, Marty victory hand medium light skin tone.
But if you pay attention to a modern toilet, you'll also notice that the why is that not snapping? Shouldn't that snap to... There it goes. In a modern toilet, the
Marty 61 plays. Said, LOL, medium light skin tone?
I think it's 80% of the flush comes from the tank, but there's still a percentage of the almost 20% of the flush comes from municipal water supply. Pressure. Come on, the way I want you to go. Now this might be tricky. Tricky dicky. See what that looks like on the stairs side. At least that's the way my old man explained it to me. My old man could be full of crap. He wasn't a plumber, he was a fireman. I don't need that post anymore. You see, I put that plywood back there so you can't look down into the bathroom. You could look in from back there, but there's nothing to see here. Anyway.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Hello RP, happy Fallout Friday, hugging face."
Happy Fallout
Vault
Friday,
Girl
VG.
145 said, "Hello Marty and True Red Heart." Truff Flat said, "Best way I can describe it is just keep pouring water into a toilet without flushing it. It will flush on its own because of the P-trap design."
Yes, I know
Schultz
that.
said, "Hello VG hugging face." Marty 61 plays said, "Hi VG." Vault Girl 145
Come on,
said,
do what I want you to.
"Hello Julie hugging face." Marty 61 plays said, "Yeah true, it's not rocket science." Truff Flat said, "VG Red Heart, I am still alive lol." Invad 3 Right Eyes said, "Virtual hug howdy VG." Invad 3 Right Eyes said, "Hey true." Truff Flat said, "Invad 3 are clinking beer mugs." 00 Core said, "VG hugging face." 00 Core
Okay,
said,
I'm.
"True smiling face with sunglasses."
I am
Vault Girl
99.9%
145
happy with those
said,
commode
"You better be
closets.
true or I'll come to Argonne and dig you up again lol." Truff Flat said, "LOL." Jolts said, "LOL." Vault Girl 145 said, "Hello Diz hugging face and 0 hugging face." 00 Core said, "I'm using my newly rebuilt Lady Mantis to talk to you now VG Party Popper." Invad 3 Right Eyes said, "Virtual Yug." 00 Core said, "I got my new motherboard a day early Purple Heart." Vault Girl 145 said, "Can't spell the state but dang it Google Maps will get me there." Truff Flat said, "I love how RP has all the big ballers in his streams."
Hey, if it wasn't for you
Vault Girl
guys, I probably wouldn't
145
be doing this.
said, "Awesome 0 a day even."
That's what I said.
Truff
You
Flat
got it early?
said, "Oregon."
Alright. I am having a hard time finding the cool bathroom decoration stuff.
Invad 3 Right Eyes said, "Tennis." Jolts said, "I'm glad you are Rob."
I'm actually
Vault
very
Girl
happy to do
145
this stuff.
said,
This is one of my
"What's
favorite.
E among friends lol."
It's one of my favorite things to do. And I really couldn't have a better group of people to do it with. I know what I'm looking for. dead. I don't want dead, I want
Truff
the,
flat. Said. What's the Eagles without the E, I ask?
the Aggles? I don't.
Jolts. Said. I totally agree, Rob. We've got awesome people here and talented.
I just watch what they do and try and imitate it.
Vault Girl 145. Said. Good point, true.
And then act like I did it originally.
Slackery. Said. Hi, Rob.
Slacker, welcome aboard. How you doing, Hung?
Jolts. Said. Hey, Slacker.
Come on, where is... It's not gonna be in there.
Vault Girl 145. Said. Hey, Hun Red Heart. Marty 61 plays.
What I'm looking for.
Said. Hi, Slacker. Jolts. Said. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Happy Friday. Slackery. Said. VG 2 hearts true, Julie Diz. Truff flat. Said. Slacker brother. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Howdy, Slacker hand pink waving. Slackery. Said. Hung is hanging fine, Rob. Slackery. Said.
Good to hear,
Hi,
good
Marty.
to hear.
Truff flat. Said. I steal ideas all the time, and make them my own.
That's the best way to do it.
Marty 61 plays. Said. We're all going to have to start calling you Hun. LOL.
I must not be to Long Island enough. I didn't overly pronounce the G.
Slackery. Said. Got a 3-day weekend, so I am getting drunk. Jolts. Said. I get ideas, but build my way.
Do you want me to bring it in here, or do you want me to leave it out there?
Truff flat.
Leave it out there for now. I'm
Said.
streaming right now.
Okay,
Me
it's,
too,
I'm gonna
Slacker.
leave it- it's in an orange pull cart. I'm gonna leave it in front of the water area, because I don't want the kids to get,
Yeah,
I just want to let you know it was here before I left.
sure thing.
Thank you.
No problem. After stream, I have to install a NVMe drive.
Truff flat. Said. Kinda already there, Slacker.
And I know what I want to use for showers. I don't want to use the household showers if I can avoid it.
Slackery. Said. Too early, true. Truff flat.
I know it's
Said.
in decorations.
Nope.
But I can't remember where it is. We don't have showers and bathrooms, huh? That's a new one to me. I thought at least would
Jules
have the
said.
house showers in there.
Slacker, you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them, beer mug.
That's true. If you can't beat them, you gotta join them. I need showers. It's not going to be in clutter and display. Da, 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 da. Snappy doesn't have any decorations,
Slackery.
right?
Said. Right, Julie. Truff flat. Said. Love the USA hat. VG, what do ya think? Is he a candidate? LOL, I think so personally.
Hey. Oh, thank you, True. I do love me some USA apparel. Signage, art. I'm not going to find a shower in miscellaneous, am I? Steering wheel's real handy. Finish populating.
Vault Girl 145. Said. I think so true. Truff flat. Said. Me too.
Didn't even know these Minutemen banners were in here. Now I have more decorating I can do. Which I will promptly forget.
Truff flat. Said. DM me later RP, I want to send ya something if you don't mind me having your PO box.
I'm not worried about it, True. I know you're not gonna send anyone to get me. And if you did, they would probably not survive. So you'd probably only send people you hated. It would work out.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Shum to worry RP. Truff flat. Said. I don't send, I just come.
No. Wait, what's the phrase? If you're going to take a shot at the king, make sure that you don't fail. Not saying that I'm as great as a king, but you know what I mean. Those are all at an angle. But at least they're where I want them. Which is better than things were working out last week. That bracket's actually in the wall. Yes. Yeah, I'll just I'll hit you up DM. Or you can hit me up DM. whichever way you want it to work. Now look at that. Gravity fed shitter. Should have looked in the Curo tab first.
Truff Flat said. Exactly, but I'm kind of like the guy that says if you want to dethrone a king, I will spend years befriending his allies.
You know how it works. Make friends of the people closest. Oh, I can't place that there.
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
Part of this building is outside the build zone.
Truff Flat said. Clinking beer mugs.
I think I still have some friends. That, of course, would be a joke, guys. Alright, how many beds do I have up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need 12 lockers.
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
And I know that I can't. I can't place them on this outside wall. Or I should say I can't build them on this outside wall. Yep. And I have to make sure I place the first one square, or else I'm not going
Truff
to be able
Flat
to place.
said. Whoever's bunk that is the northwest corner, I think they're in a lot of trouble. Looks like you might have put their locker too far under the bed, lol. Truff Flat said. But I'm watching on my phone, so I could be mistaken.
Did I put a locker too far under the bed? I might have. I haven't gone through and done final adjustments yet. Let's take a look. You said northwest corner. This one's too far under the bed, too. There. All better. aren't you snapping? You want to snap there. It's jumping and then jumping off.
Truff Flat said. Just didn't want anyone getting the soap sock treatment.
Bunks, we have 12 wall lockers. We have 12 foot lockers. We're going to need some places for people to sit. Let's try and make them comfortable.
Invad 3 Right Eyes said. Out here in the fields, True fought for his meals.
Out here in the fields, we know what's real. What time of day is it? It's getting close on time, but I should probably just put some more lights in here.
Jolts said. LOL go Rob. Invad 3 Right Eyes said. Raising hands.
Oh, I'm pretty sure people would pay to hear me stop singing.
Jolts said. I do love the shape of this building.
Yeah, I wanted the building to have a unique shape, and I think I've done that. This is not a good light for that room. This one might be better for this room.
Jolts said. Rob, you got nice voice, my friend. Truff Flat said. LOL never had to fight for them. Jolts said. Most definitely.
I never had to fight for a meal. Most I had to do was wait my turn. When I was a kid, I was the youngest of 6. Can imagine that I had to wait my turn then. And of course, in the Army, you always are waiting your turn.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Grinning squinting face, I'm listening the Who and felt like remixing the start lyrics. Jolts. Said. Never listened to the Who, any good. Truff flat. Said. Holy crap, the youngest of 6, I'm not gonna say too much, but I probably would have knocked a few off and ate them so I could become like at least in the top 4.
There were definitely days I would have thought about that, true. My mom kind of liked them, but... There were days I thought about it.
Vault Girl 145. Said. Yes, they are, Julie.
If you like classic rock,
Invad 3
The
right
Who
eyes.
is
Said.
definitely
They def are jolts.
a band you want to invest some time with.
Jolts. Said. Oh okay VG, I'll give them a listen. Truff flat. Said. I've never said on the top dog on the food chain, but I have no problem getting closer to the food chain. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. RP, do you know this song Layla Derek and the Dominoes? Jolts.
I most certainly do.
Said.
My wife is named after
I do
it.
love rock. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Eyes.
Eric Clapton did some fine guitar work on that song, too. I think I'm going to do the guy stranded over in that corner.
Invad 3 right
favor
eyes.
And give him a nightstand.
Said. Beaming face with smiling eyes. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. I heard it other day for first time. Jolts.
Oh, really?
Said.
That is
Nightwish are my listen.
That is an awesome song.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Searching.
You gotta hear the full extended version of Layla in order to truly appreciate it. Clapton plays such a mean guitar in that song. I gotta make sure that everybody's at work when we wake up.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. This one is 7 minutes long, yes.
Yeah, that's the extended version. That's the too long for radio play version. Which I get a kick out of, because nowadays they'll play the full version on the radio, but back when it was released, they said no way.
Invad 3 right
They
eyes.
wouldn't do it.
Said. Starts off like a AC/DC song.
Yep.
Jolts. Said. Do love me some amazing string sounds. Quick smoke. Said. Mr. Rob and chat.
Mr. Smoke!
Jolts. Said. Hey Smoke. Slackery. Said. Hi Mikey. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Howdy Mikey. Vault Girl 145 said, "Hey Mikey." Marty 61 plays said, "Queen had the same problem with Bohemian Rhapsody." Marty 61 plays said, "Hi Mikey." Jolts
I
said,
remember.
"Queen are awesome." Quick Smoke said,
Queen had a
"HFF everyone."
Queen had a carve
Slackery
so much off
said,
that.
"Mikey, the Ball Slayer."
And it is just completely unfair the amount that they wanted carved off Bohemian Rhapsody.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Rolling on the floor laughing." Quick Smoke said, "LOL Blue Ball Slayer Eric, remember that LOL." Truff Flat said, "I've been wanting to ask you, how do you feel about military tradition? Like the Marine Corps blood stripe and how they pin accommodations? I know you kick-ass army has a lot of traditions, what is?" Slackery said,
I'm
"Blue ones for sure." Truff Flat
fairly
said,
big on tradition.
"Your favorite?"
And the Marines aren't the only ones with blood stripe. We do that in the Army as well. Especially when you make sergeant. I can still feel when I made sergeant, my buddies hit me hard. I'm surprised they didn't lodge those pins into my collarbones. But yeah, I definitely am a strong believer in military tradition. And not just tradition for tradition's sake either. I do truly believe that
Truff Flat
it instills a certain...
"Yeah, but how ya can't do it anymore, I feel it should stay alive."
Well, yeah, you also have to remember that some traditions are gone because of the way that the uniforms work now. I'm just going to put this over here. They no longer have the that kind of uniform anymore.
Quick Smoke said, "Did you call the code red, sir? What do you want?" "I want the truth. You can't handle the truth."
I don't think these are going to go over these doors. They might.
Alhoon Gaming said, "Hey Rob and all in chat."
Alhoon! Modern uniforms
Jules
don't put the rank on
Alhoon,
the collar, so that's a tradition that's going to go away. This blood stripe. We no longer even use pin on rank. It's Velcro on rank.
Marty 61 plays
And
said,
I also...
"Hi Alhoon."
I don't have a problem with
Vault Girl 145
vigorous,
said, "Hello
Com-
Alhoon."
vigorous horseplay like
"Hi Alhoon."
activity with
00 Core
new
said,
people.
"Yo Mikey, Alhoon," slacker smiling face with sunglasses.
However, that having been said, there is a difference between that and hazing activities. And there is no room in the
Quick
military
Smoke
for
said, "Hey Alhoon and Marty and Zero."
any kind of hazing activities. You know what I mean?
Truff Flat said, "Fine line."
Yeah, it can be a very fine line, but it's a line that should never be crossed. Pupper immediately knew that he had a house. Yeah. So yeah, there's a difference between hazing activities and or military tradition and hazing, and I think that it's important to know that difference. But that being said, I think that there's a lot of tradition that should be kept alive. That the Army is really falling behind on, in my opinion.
Truff Flat said, "I 100% agree, if you cross that line, they'll come will not boast good for your outcome."
The Army is quickly saying it's more important to follow what
Truff Flat
is
said,
politically expedient.
"I'm just gonna run with what I said, lol."
Yeah. I figured that you weren't quite sure what you were saying there, but you're just gonna keep it.
Quick Smoke said, "VG, there's a Dragon Dogma 2 demo in the store ATM."
Oh, I like those. I don't like that it's clipping into the building. And I like even less that I can't pull it back out.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Ooh noise." Truff Flat said, "I took the day off. I'm already drunk as hell." Vault Girl 145 said, "Thank you Mikey." Quick Smoke
Hey, you're entitled
said,
to it.
"NP."
Alright, let's get some decorating going. Get some good looking armor. Up on top here. No, don't snap on something. I know you really want to snap. But I just want you
Truff flat,
to be on
said.
something.
Next question, how do you feel about college-educated officers coming in with no experience? This one I'm curious about.
I think college-educated officers are fine. Give them a butter bar and let them know that they have less experience than the sergeants that are actually leading the squad. Nothing is worse than a lieutenant who comes into the Army and actually thinks he's in charge. I mean, it kind of sucks for the lieutenant, but let's be honest, they're not really in charge. And they need to know that. They need to know that their NCOs have been in the service for anywhere from 3
Truff flat,
to
said. Love it, some gay-ass lieutenant, running up to a sergeant, major and demanding a salute. I punched that guy in his jugular.
yeah.
Landry Mage,
I've seen that.
said. RP hello and everyone in chat clinking beer mugs.
I've seen a lieutenant tell a sergeant major during a staff meeting that he would take the sergeant major's ideas under advisement, but he was actually in charge because he outranked the sergeant major. And our full bird colonel decided to explain to that lieutenant in no uncertain terms how things actually worked.
Vault Girl 145 said. Hello Glantry.
Mage, welcome aboard.
Jolts said. Hey Mage.
I get a kick out of it when the colonels decide to tell you how wrong you are as a lieutenant. Because you know you done hucked up. If the colonel is taking his time to tell you how hooked up you are. Okay, there might not be another snap point over there. That might be all the snap points on that shelf.
Truff flat said. Oh, don't get me wrong, before I punched him, I don't want everyone freaking out. If I was a sergeant major, the conversation between a lieutenant and I would be between closed doors.
I once threatened to stab a lieutenant in the forehead with a syringe in the middle of a crowded emergency room. It was not my proudest moment, but it was definitely not the lieutenant's proudest moment either. And the ER doctor who corrected him and told him, no, you cannot charge that young sergeant, regardless of how you feel about it. Was even more tickled about the fact that I threatened him. No, it's because I have a severe needle phobia. And it's in my medical charts.
In VAT 3 right
and
eyes.
they're very well aware of it.
Said, I've stabbed my brother in the knee with a kebab skewers.
The Army is very well aware of it, and it's in my medical charts. I have a needle phobia. Whenever the option is to give me an oral medication or
In VAT 3
an
right
injectable
eyes.
medication,
Said,
Is that
I was trying to make kebab.
kick their ass?
they look at my chart and they say, okay, give him the oral medication. But I needed an antibiotic, and the oral version would have required them to give me a 5-day supply because it would have to be dosed out, and they could just stab me once and send me on my way with the injectable. The lieutenant said, you know what, I'm not going to trust this young soldier to take his antibiotic on time every day, so I'm just going to circumvent his chart and give him the injection. So on his own, after being told by the doctor who ordered the antibiotic, he ordered an injectable antibiotic.
Quick Smoke said, so Rob, you prefer oral over sticking, got it?
Yeah. And
Truff flat.
he comes
said,
rolling in with this.
I never said I was in the military, so let's everyone understand that.
Yeah.
But I will say, I had a lieutenant one time tried to order me to do something, but like Johnny Cash, I was the man in black.
So he comes rolling in with this tray on his little cart, and he whips the towel off the top of this thing, and he says, let's just get you your antibiotic and get out of here. And I said, sir, you try and touch that syringe, I'm going to drive it so far into your forehead, it's going to be shooting out your ass. And he looked at me, and we're in one of those, ER flappy, just the cloth divider areas. So everybody in the ER heard me. And you could have heard a pin drop in the ER after I said that, because everybody heard me. And he just looks at me, he says, did you just threaten an officer? And all I could hear was footsteps coming down the hall. Tick, 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 tick. Captain grabbed him by the arm and took him down the hall. Captain was the one who came back with my bottle of pills. He said, don't worry about anything. This never happened. And apparently this never happened.
Glandry Mage said, LOL face with tears of joy.
But yeah, I could have gotten into serious trouble, but there might be a reason why in 18 years I never made it past sergeant.
Slackery said, Glandry hand pink waving. Truff flat said, I love how everyone has a story.
The military's like that. You know that.
Truff flat said, there is definitely a reason why you didn't make it that sergeant.
Yeah. There's more than one reason I didn't make it past sergeant. But let's just say my attitude has always been pretty much what you see here. And my men always came first. And I didn't give a damn what anyone else said. So you could imagine that would affect upward progression. Some of these walls are not as good as others for putting signs on.
Truff flat said, with your time served, I'm surprised you're not first sergeant.
Oh, I shot myself in the foot early on. I refused to go to recruiting or drill sergeant school. When I was recommended for drill sergeant school by my first unit sergeant major, I said, there's no way I'm going to drill sergeant school. I don't want to be a dick. And I turned around and saw my sergeant major there, and he was wearing the pumpkin on his uniform, and it's like, no offense, Sergeant Major. That die was cast. So that unit was never going to promote me past sergeant. Whoops.
Truff flat said, me too, I was that dude that liked drinking and girls, so I hit the dark side.
Gotta love propaganda. A good citizen shuts up and works hard.
Truff flat.
Oh my god.
Said. I will say I love having conversations like this with you.
Well, you know, I enjoy having the opportunity to talk about my time in the military. It wasn't just a big part of my life. It was a part of my life that I enjoyed doing. And a lot of folks don't do it. I mean, and I don't blame them. You know, it's not. This is not a job for everybody. Which one is this?
Truff flat. Said. I definitely understand and thank you for the years you put in.
Well, like I keep saying, when people, you know, people thank me for my service, and yeah, I'm thankful that they appreciate it. But the thing I am truly grateful for is I live in a country where it was my choice.
Glandry Mage. Said. Slacker, what's up, brother? Hand pink waving.
There's a lot of
Glandry
places in the
Mage.
world where you don't get to
Said.
choose.
Beer mug.
Alright, we got 3 guys up top. Why isn't Ares selling guns?
Jolts. Said. BRB Rob getting me supper. Glandry Mage.
Alright, Jules.
Said. Unlock North Korea.
Alright, I have to move your doghouse, buddy. I'm gonna move your doghouse over here, okay?
Glandry Mage. Said. There is no choice there.
Now move this bush over here.
Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Yeah, my dad didn't have a choice when he grew up here, but that did change.
Don't get me wrong, we have the draft if we go to war. There are times when Congress says we have no choice. Everybody out of the pool, you know. But Alright, we're going to try to move this whole thing. Because Ares won't go into his shop, and I think it's because we're over the build. The traditional build border is like right here. So everything from this corner back is outside the build. So we're going to try and group select and move the whole shop in. Alright, the whole place is inside the build border now. And we're out of range of this, so I kind of have to do this.
Truff Flat said, "We don't need a draft anymore. You and I both know that there are 40 million people, men and women, that are willing to go. Uniforms or black suits, no more draft, my opinion."
There's plenty of people who are willing to fight. And it's nighttime. Is this still got its mat? It does, and it's still assigned to Ares. That's still assigned. Let's see if moving it
Truff
fixes
Flat
the problem.
said, "At almost 50, I'm definitely more educated."
Yeah, I think that you're 100% right too. There's always willing people. That doesn't always mean that they're the right people. But there are always willing people. I think you know that sometimes we have problems with the contract types. I just gotta help defend notice.
Truff Flat said, "I might not be able to run 10 miles anymore or do 30 pull UPS, lol."
Hey, I surprised myself the other day. 3 days in a row did 150 push-ups. Yep, I was right. It's because of it being over the build border. But now we've got him where he belongs. I like this little shack with the little weird shape. Kind of sad I couldn't put it up against that rock the way I had it. Let's put this back in behind it, though.
Truff Flat said, "Yeah, contract is the definition a lot of problems."
They're not terrible. Sometimes we need people who are 100% not soldiers to do special tasks. Unfortunately, sometimes they're not the right people. And we really don't have a good way of dealing with it when we have a bad individual in a contract group Is this guy? That's Jake.
Truff Flat said, "We are definitely terrible, no responsibility."
Well, the problem we end up with a contract group is if somebody is a problem child and doesn't listen to mission parameters,
Marty 61 plays said,
I guess
"Gonna run along Rob. Family wants to go for a walk. Actually, they want me to GE for a walk, and so."
All right, Marty, go enjoy your walk. If a contractor's not adhering to mission parameters the way that the
00 Core
command
said,
wants them to,
"Reboot time BRB hot beverage."
Roger that, Zero. It's a lot harder for command to retask and get things back in order, because generally speaking,
Glantry
we can't
Mage
directly order
said,
contractors.
"Stay hydrated." Glantry Mage said, "Later Marty."
We have the barracks. At this point we're waiting for beds to fill here. We have the barracks and shower, we have the general trader, we have the clinic, we have the assembly hall, we have the original shack right here. We have the major guard post up front. I should put some rear defenses in. That's probably the one thing that we're lacking.
Truff Flat said, "Exactly."
And I think that's the part that military commanders hate the most about contractors. And it's not that they're bad people. They're outside of the chain of command. We can't control them the way we do soldiers. Because point blank, even a colonel who walks up to me and he's not in my chain of command can still order me to do something because he's a colonel. And if he needs something done because he needs it done now, it's not my position to question him as a sergeant. Now, if I have other tasks to do, which I frequently will as a sergeant, I can inform him, "Hey, sir, I'm already on task." And he'll be like, "Well, this is your task until I relieve you and you can go back to your original task. Who's your commander? I'll inform him. And that's kind of the way that you get roped into other command tasks, which kind of blows chunks. Doesn't need to be powered if I'm putting standard turrets on it. Does have to be within the original build area, though. But when you're doing these things, your command will frequently get bent out of shape that you got commandeered by another commander. Especially if it's a commander from a unit that was already denied.
Said, I understand.
While I was in Iraq, our unit was subordinate to 101 and the New York National Guard unit that wears the rainbow. I can't remember their designation. I think they're 25th. Third. Both of those units were higher headquarters to us. And they would frequently take advantage of the fact that they were higher headquarters to us and give us crap postings. After our brigade command said, no, you can't have our guys to do that shit. And then by the time we got back and said, hey, we got tasked.
42nd.
Is it 42nd? Thanks. By the time we get back to one of our friendly command elements and say, hey, Colonel Blow My Nuts just tasked us to do this.
Flat said, I believe.
Yeah, and I got 6 guys stuck out on his detail because he says it's priority. Then we got to run up and get our colonel to go bitch slap his bird so that we can take our guys off. So it's the politics of playing army in the field. But with contractors, you can't do that. You can't say, hey, the mission parameter changed. I need you to do this. And, you know, Colonel Blow My Nuts might get away with keeping us there for 48 hours doing a mission that is actually mission critical. And our command might not pull us off of it because they may have been convinced, yes, that is a mission critical task. We're going to leave you there. So welcome back, Zero.
00 Core said, I'm back, hot beverage.
You are correct. It is the Rainbow. 42nd Infantry Division, which is the New York National Guard.
Trufflat said. Yeah, Trufflat don't like orders.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like orders, but I understand them. I give them pretty well, so I understand taking them fairly well, too. I think until we have more people living here, this place is done. We've got 3 corners. How much build? I have enough build bar left to put some turrets over here. So let's put up a turret stand over here. One of Woody's right here.
Glandry Mage said.
No, well actually...
Coffee is yummy. I don't get my coffee until 6:30 p.m. hot beverage.
That's awfully late to have to wait to get your coffee. I would complain to management. Forgot I cannot adjust their height or anything once I'm outside the build border.
Trufflat said. Make a damn fire and have your coffee right now. Glandry Mage said. Grinning squinting face nice one RP.
There. We have 3 corners of the place with turrets. The main gate, of course, has 3 guard posts and 2 massive turret installations. The back corner near the clinic has a 2-story turret tower. And the water pump has a 1-story turret tower. I think that's going to hold it until we have... Ow, I would have just ripped my nose off. I do that a lot in video games. Is the crops coming in nice? What's your name? Nathaniel, where the hell did you come from? What are you doing up there with a pipe gun? Alright, you're getting a plasma rifle. Because guards here don't use pipe guns. Oh, you're going to need a uniform. Dirty army fatigues, combat armor chest piece, left arm, right arm. Oh, you don't get any legs. Oh well.
Yes?
I want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Flat. Said. Love talking to ya, brother.
There's your plasma rifle. Some dirty fatigues. Alright, give me all that, give me that. Wear that. Wear that. Give me that. Give me that. Wear that. Wear that. Now you're a damn guard. Show some pride in your place here, buddy. Standing up there with a pipe pistol. What was he thinking? Alright, that covers County Crossing. Until there's more people here, we're kind of done. Now there was... I want to go back over to the Castle North and check on that. I don't think I rebuilt the robot building facility there. And if I did not, I'm going to need to build a robot building facility somewhere because Grey Garden is one of the farm facilities, but I only put robots at Grey Garden. So I never have to build beds there. You don't need beds if it's just robots. I just realized I left my green screen down. Tells you how often I look at my my picture-in-picture.
I don't think we've met yet. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity. So, is there anything you need me to get started on?
Did you need anything?
The water situation's not good. We're short on clean water and people are getting sick.
Jolts.
How the
Said.
hell are you short on
Back.
clean water? How many people are here that you could be short on clean water with this many water purifiers? Wait a minute, they're
What I
not
call a
running.
good day. One that ends without an empty stomach.
Why are my purifiers not running?
Everything seems to be proceeding according to plan, ma'am.
See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. And some random no-name settler told me.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Glandry
You
Mage
hear
looking
about that
for trouble,
farm run by
said,
ghouls? Isn't
turn the
that
water
something?
on. Some raider cut the cut. Glandry Mage said, the power.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Huh? Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Huh?
I'm just looking for people who
Out
are named
here,
Settler.
You got to take things one day at a time.
Yes?
Another day of hard work. It never changes.
Yeah?
Yeah?
00 Core
If you work,
said,
you eat. It's as simple
hello
as that.
Glandry smiling face with sunglasses.
Don't ever tell me if I work, I eat. You're in a building built entirely by me.
Yes?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately. How many blisters I got?
That's good to hear, AA Ron.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, they're all working. Everybody's sitting inside.
Huh?
And Artemis has got her shop out here.
Hey, at least it's honest work.
The only way you get old in this job is assume everyone's out to kill you.
Oh, you guys can't go in there to sit because your Brahmin went in there. I feel for you. Not really.
Glandry Mage said, 0 what up bro grinning cat face with smiling eyes.
I don't really feel bad for you at all. You kind of deserve that. I miss this place. I had fun building here. I should have come back and defended it. Oh, they got a whole bunch of Brahmin. This place must be popular. What's the happiness level here like? Probably a lot more now that they have water. '81 and climbing. Alright, so they did not end up having the robot thing here, so... People wanted to see if we could build on the highway for one of the next builds. I'm not objecting to doing that. There's two places where building on the highway is an option. Finch Farm and Grey Garden. I probably have to repair some of these crops. I don't have to repair the crops. Okay. We're good to go. So that's going to be two choices. And we're going to have three choices for the next build. We're going to have Grey Garden, Finch Farm, and Green Top as our three choices. Because I want to do all the farms before I start working like... anything really complex.
00 Core said. Rebooting again, BRB hot beverage.
Okay, Zero.
Zero Core said. We'll likely have one more reboot at least. AFK.
So what do you guys think? Would you prefer to see Grey Garden, Finch Farm, or Greentop? As our next build location?
Jules said. Finch Farm.
There's a vote for Finch. I like Finch Farm. It's a nice place.
Glandry Mage said. Finch Farm, please.
There's 2 for Finch. Zero's not here right now. VG is probably setting up for her stream.
Jules said. This is some impressive build, Rob.
I do like how this turned out. Go all the way upstairs. It's an actual guard tower. It's not a, I could put some guard mats up here if I wanted to station guards up here. Some of those settlers that don't have anything to do, I could come back here with Minuteman uniforms, get them suited up, and give them guard assignments up here.
Jules said. I've always loved your builds, but you just get better and better.
Oh, thank you, Jules. I really just, seriously, just watch other people and kind of steal what I see. I mean, I don't flat out steal what I see, but I steal the ideas. Steal this technique, steal that mod. Somebody was shooting. Well, given a lack of other votes, I'm going to take the executive decision to say that Finch Farm wins. So we're going to fast travel back to County Crossing and walk up to Finch Farm. And next time we come back to
Jolts.
Starlight.
Said, you see, then come out with this wow.
We'll go back to the castle before we come back up to Starlight, and we'll bring a bunch of uniforms for the people here. Oh, I wanted to put a caravan area here. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I wanted to put a caravan area in here. And I was thinking I wanted to put it way in the back instead of up front. You know how they normally
Jolts.
will sit around
Said,
this fire?
Can't wait to see what you think of doing here.
But we can do the caravan area here after they get a few more people.
Jolts. Said, Finch Farm.
General?
That's right, I am. Don't you forget it. That's south, Finch Farm is north. North and east. I don't see the turrets respawn, so I don't think the ghouls will have respawned.
Yeah?
Yes?
My rifle's oh, Berserker's Ripper? Does more damage the lower your armor resistance. So get naked and use this.
Hey, General. All quiet, General.
Good to know.
This site belongs to the Minutemen.
Darn right it does.
Area secured, General.
Good to know.
Huh?
You're like super alert, aren't you? revere dishes. I've already passed Finch Farm. I was halfway to the slog already. What are you doing standing down there? You were a half-ass raider, now you're a half-ass guard. All right. Building up on the highway is going to keep us relatively free of attacks from most of our equipment. It will not keep the farm free of attacks. But as Farquaad said, that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Jolts said, "Do you ever build on the bridge part, Rob?"
That's where we're building.
Lo Cathamad Diton said, "I am terrible at building."
Oh, you just gotta keep at it. There's really no such thing as being terrible at building, by the way. It's just practice, practice, and more practice.
Jolts said, "Oh yes, silly me, lol." Jolts said, "Loki, welcome." Vault Girl 145 said, "Hello Loki."
You keep practicing your building until you develop the style that you're
Lo Cathamad
comfortable
said,
with.
"Hey all."
You may discover that you're really comfortable with junk building, or you may discover that junk building is not your thing.
Lo Cathamad said, I did an episode of 76 where I built my camp and it was so bad. LOL.
Well, 76 building is a little different than Fallout 4 building. I don't have a good handle on 76 building myself. Vault Girl is built in 76.
Jules said, there are some amazing build mods, if you want to use them.
Might be able to do it from this one. Nope, not far enough over. Has to be that one.
Vault Girl 145 said, I just slap down a few sticks, stick in gnomes and flamingos and make up wild stories. Jules said,
right, VG.
I prefer Fallout 4 build.
I know that you're a pretty damn good builder in Fallout 4. The trick is...
Jules said, VG sounds awesome. Okay, hand.
Don't delete anything you're not sure you want to get rid of. Or don't scrap anything you don't know you want to get rid of. I shouldn't say delete because it is a different function.
Jules said, wild stories, now got me thinking. Winking face.
Okay, that vine is simply not picking up. Alright. And this vine is not picking up. So that tells me if I want to build a floor up here, I'm pretty much going to have to be higher than this guardrail. In order to have nothing. Wait a minute. Additional objects selected. Now the danger is I could accidentally scrap the highway. I'm in God mode, so it's not a big deal if I fall.
Truff Flat said, what's your problem you're having, Loki?
From down here I might be able to get those vines. Down one. And try again. True plays 76 and makes some pretty incredible builds too. I didn't know if he was still in the chat. Ah, see, I can get this vine from below. Get this vine.
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
Mr. Gutsy, now's not the time to ask me. This vine is just a pain in the ass. This vine is just not... I think the problem with this vine might be where it's located. I cannot get to a core fiber on it. Usually these vines have one or two center fibers that represents the whole plant. This one might be buried inside the structure of the bridge.
Lokathamad Titan said, I think it is just that I have not spent much time building. I never really got into it for some reason.
That kind of, makes sense. But that definitely got rid of a whole lot of vine. I think this vine is just not going to be able to be removed. So what we'll have to do, if we build anything at this end, we'll have to work around that big ass vine. But I think the rest of this, we're already going to have to work around this central divider.
Slackery said, Hey Loki.
But now the trick here, in my opinion, you want to try to get your stairs coming up through this break.
Lokathamad Titan said, Het Slackera. Lokathamad Titan said, Oops.
I think that's in line with the bridge. Might be a little high. No, it's definitely a little high. Let's get it down to the... Because the break in the bridge...
Truff flat. Said. Gotcha.
Now normally...
Truff flat. Said. I'm not the greatest builder, but I always have ideas.
That's an upper floor. I don't want to use an upper floor because they're too thick. Normally, your limit, your major limitation is materials. Now, I can get away with doing this the way I'm doing it because I'm using God mode as my build. But there is a lot of concrete available in this area that you can collect. You just won't be able to... You'll have to recycle the stairs that you build, and you'll probably have to use wooden stairs as part of your build to go up around that pillar if you want to climb up the way I did. But that's how you climb up to get up on there if you don't have another way. You have to go around the pillar. There's no other way up. Because trying to guess the right position without a landmark, in my opinion, it's near impossible. If you're just trying to get to the gap that I just used, you will never get it on your first try. And because I would much rather have this staircase than the one going around the pillar. Because I think the settlers will actually use this. There's no chance in hell they will ever jump across that, or they'll ever even walk across anything you put across this guardrail. Once you have your staircase in place, whatever you built to get up there can be dismantled to recover the materials. It's not necessary when you're in God mode, other than for cleanliness. Now, I do not like concrete pillars. I think steel posts are much better. Do I have object snap turned? Why isn't that snapping? That should snap.
Is that someone who needs me to kick their ass?
I don't want free place. I want the ones that snap. Corrugated
Schultz
steel
said, "You can really get some great ideas for this place."
There really are some great builds at this place. Why are these all free place? These are all free place too. Am I missing something here? Okay, it's under miscellaneous. Those are all going into the ground. And they're all facing the same way, top to bottom, right? Yes.
Zero Core said, "I'm back, hot beverage."
He's back! Welcome back, Zero. Obviously, the important part to me is to make it look like they're properly supported. Let's hope this doesn't come right down through the roof.
Said. WB0.
Way back in the PlayStation days.
Jolts. Said. Nice one, Rob.
I managed to get the finches to move up onto the overpass. Those look just a tiny bit floaty, don't they? Oh, but you can't see this at all when it snaps underneath. Oh, miscellaneous should also have... Oh, concrete miscellaneous will have... handrails. The general is health and safety compliant.
Glandry Mage. Said. RP have fun. I got go eat with the family. Leaving on the PC beer mug all.
You have an excellent meal, my friend.
Said. Looks in the ground to me, Rob. Jolts. Said. By Mage.
Alright, we have made it to the roof, to the top of the world. Now we do have to remember that in the event that there is anything that attacks Finch Farm, the attack is not going to be at whatever we build up top. It's going to be down there. So our defenses do have to be geared towards
Jolts.
The farm.
Said. Some view up there.
Yeah, you can see the entire area. I do love that view. But I think we've got a great start on the Finch Farm settlement because we've made it all the way to the highway overpass with a stairway that I do honestly believe settlers will walk up. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to be able to put this floor in over the entire overpass if I want to.
Jules said. Stairway is cool.
The big thing about this floor is to get it over the gaps so that settlers don't fall in the holes. Obviously,
Jules said. When I've built stairway like that, Rob, they had walked up.
Yeah, if as long as you get the stairs to a place that they naturally should be able to walk through, the game will let them walk through it. I've done the stairway in the past and put it over these guardrails, and settlers will stop where the guardrail is, even though it went over the guardrail, and they'll act like they can't walk past it. And I think the game is trying to say, hey, we know that there's a guardrail there, even if you're trying to bypass it. But I think we can build quite the settlement up here. We have to remember that right over there, gunners spawn.
Jules said. Yes, true.
But I think if we put a solid wall on that end of the... If we put a solid wall at this end and take advantage of this beautiful view, we're going to do pretty well up here. And I might even be able to move the finches up here. I don't know, because they have pre-planted corn, and pre-planted corn frequently won't move.
Jules said. Breathtaking.
But I might be able to move... I might be able to move them, but by reassigning them up there. Let me see if I click on her, can I assign her to produce?
Okay.
I can assign her to change her plants. Can I change her bed? All right, Abigail. If I can change her bed, I can...
Got it.
Yeah, I can... Oh, she said she's got it, but it still says it's unassigned. Well, strangely enough, only one bed in here is assigned. Takes the general and the Minutemen to come in here and clean this place. What the hell is wrong with these people? And I don't even have extra item selection turned on. I turned it back off. But yeah, we'll worry about that next week. If I can reassign the finches into beds up topside, I will plant a greenhouse up topside as well.
00 Core said, I am so happy today. Party popper, not only did my motherboard come a day early, but I just got off the phone with my daughter as well. Purple heart, it's been a great day, I must say. Smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage.
That's great, Zero.
Said. Great start, Rob. Zero Core.
This is a great spot to...
Now I just have to redo my game library again, rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, your drive should still be good.
Jolts. Said. Zero awesome.
Alright, folks. I want to thank everybody for chilling out with me for the up to 3 hours that we did Fallout Friday this week. I know that it was a shorter stream than normal, but I did have an appointment today, so I appreciate you coming out and showing me the support. I hope everybody had a good time. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. I'll be back tomorrow evening with Phasmophobia with Draco Invictus, Fainter, and maybe the Might Alhoon himself. So until then, take care, everybody. Check in on friends and family. Make sure everybody's doing okay. I'm Rob. Thanks for gaming with RP.
Jolts. Said. Rob and everyone have a great weekend. 00 Core. Said. Have a great night, Rob, smiling face with sunglasses, thumbs up. Invad 3 right eyes. Said. Smiling face with smiling